Hi, welcome back to Psychic Grandma's channel. Wow, Thursday already. Time's going by fast. What is it about the older you get, the time goes by quicker? You notice that? Okay. Well, anyways. So this is part 2 of last Tuesday's video on the subscriber that left a comment and wanted to know a couple questions on if somebody died from a trauma. Like maybe being murdered or even suicide, do they have a harder time to connect with, say, a medium or even a loved one here in the physical world? And then her kind of part 2 that she wrote was because she heard that souls that die from like a murder, trauma, or suicide, they have to go through a reveal of a life review of and repair their soul from that trauma. And my question was, the first one was, sometimes they do have a hard time connecting, but it is possible. And then yes, on the second part, they have to heal their soul and repair it. So I want to go more into detail with that subjects. So we'll start with like how she wanted to know, is it harder for them to connect? And I said sometimes. And then I said, it's definitely possible. Yes, they can connect with a medium or a loved one here in the physical world. They still can, yes. But why I say sometimes is because there's more to it. It's sometimes even, let's say somebody who died of a trauma or suicide, but someone who just died in their sleep and it was very peaceful. Well, it still might take them longer or harder to connect with somebody here in the physical world. And the reason why is a lot of reasons. And that's why I said sometimes, but it is possible. Because for number one, I want everybody to remember the time span is different from here in the physical world and across the veil. The time is so different. It could be like, say, maybe something went by like 8 hours, right? But then over there, over the veil, might feel like 8 hours for them, but maybe it was a week here. You know what I mean? Or the opposite. Okay, time is different. So that could be one reason why they might have a harder time, because of the time that they need to go through that life review. Okay, so every soul is on their own journey, just like we here in the physical world. We're all on our own journey. It's just like some people learn quicker. Maybe my son learns quicker than I learn. You know what I mean? Everybody's different and everybody's on their own journey. So the same goes for them. Okay? It all depends on the soul. It depends on how much you carry on your soul before you cross over. So that's why, for example, that's why a lot of times their loved ones will come through and try to tell you, don't hang on to regret. Be a better you. Try not to make as many mistakes in the sense of like hurting people. You might not even realize that you let somebody down, or you purposely let them down, or you purposely hurt them, or you didn't realize you hurt them. So you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that's on your soul. So like for them over there, it all depends on how long it takes that one soul for their journey, because everybody's journey here is shorter or longer through their experiences, right? So whatever they put on their soul, it might take them a little longer to go through their life review, because one soul might have more to heal. And that's what I want to say for that second half. Like when I told her, yes, that is true. If you were murdered or you committed suicide, you had some kind of trauma with your death, do you have to have a life review where you gotta repair your soul? Yes, you do for that. So that might take a little longer, right? But don't forget, it's that time span too. So that comes into play. And then it's like, so the people that died from a trauma, they have to repair their soul. But somebody who's maybe had a lot of abuse and a lot of trauma in their lives, not just the way they died, but just how they lived, okay? That could take a lot longer too, to go through your life review, and to heal your soul. So what I wanted to explain to you is every soul that dies has to have a review and has to repair their soul on any type of trauma, not just by how you died. Okay, so it all depends on each soul for the journey and the time span, because like I explained to you, the time span is so totally different than what it is here in the physical world and what's over on the other side of the veil. So that's why, too, another thing I tell my clients is, if we're doing a reading and the soul comes through, you know that they already went through their life review and they already repaired their soul. That's why they're so much wiser when they come in from a reading and trying to guide you, okay? Because they already went through that. And it's weird, not weird, but it's like I might have a client that comes like maybe 4 days after someone just passed. And sometimes it's hard to have that soul come through. And then other times I could have another soul, it was 4 days, say for example, the same time span of when someone died. Another soul that died like 4 days before they came for a reading. And it was so simple, and they were so clear, and it went through really good. Well, there's all different situations on that too that makes it possible. But you know that they already had their review on both sides. If it took them, if it's hard to connect with them, or if it's easy to connect with them, they both had their life review and their repair to their soul, to repair their soul from any kind of trauma. So there's many parts that makes it, maybe one soul would be hard to connect with a medium here or a loved one that's here. And there's many pieces and many parts to somebody that you can't connect with them at all on that day. So it goes a lot deeper and a lot of parts that's connected to these situations. Just remember, we are all on our own journey here, and we're all separate in that sense, because everybody has different experiences, and some people might have, they do. Some people might have a lot more experience to experience, you know what I mean, to learn. And then other people might not have as many experiences. So that makes the whole life review a lot longer, a lot shorter, right? So, yeah, so it don't matter if you fell asleep and you died. That soul might still have a hard time coming through and connecting with your loved ones here in the physical world. Or or really simple, and they come in so clear. And then somebody who had a trauma death, that might be a little easy, where they come in pretty easy, or it might be a little difficult. It's all different because the soul's on the other side too. It's on their own personal journey, and there's a lot of parts to it. So I hope that explained it a little bit more deeper into the two questions there. Like, can they, if a loved one died of a trauma, like being murdered, or even a suicide, is it harder for them to connect? Sometimes, just like it's sometimes that if you didn't have that experience. And then on top of them healing their soul, repairing their soul, we all have to repair our souls. And that's why, like I said, that's why loved ones from the other side will come through for my clients and saying, try to live your life the best you can. Try to be the best you. Try to forgive people. Don't hold on to that. Don't hold on to regret. Don't hold on to guilt. All that negative stuff, because that will take you longer to cross over. And then plus, like I said too, the time span is totally different over here than it is over there. But if you do connect with them, definitely they went through that white light, and they already had their life review, and they already repaired their soul. But then don't forget too, if you have trouble and you don't feel like you're connecting, or they don't come through a medium, it don't mean it's because of that personal experience of the trauma of being murdered or suicide. There could be another reason. Okay, so I hope that answered your questions. And like I said before, thank you so much for your comments. Keep them coming through. And thank you so much for keep watching my videos. And thank you to all my new subscribers. And I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Thank you. And please pass that white light forward. See you. Bye-bye.